No more laziness. Ambush it today. You already know what's dragging you down. It isn't fate. It isn't bad luck. It isn't the world being unfair. It's the quiet, comfortable, invisible enemy curled up inside your habits. Laziness, the silent assassin of potential. And today, you ambush it. You don't negotiate. You don't politely ask it to leave. You hit it from the shadows. You strike first, and you don't let it get back up. You wake up every morning with the same choice. Move or stay still. Build or decay. Push or wait. Laziness thrives in the pause, in the hesitation, in the tiny moments where you say, later. But the truth is simple. The people who rise, the people who break through, the people who dominate, they act while everyone else is thinking. They attack opportunity while everyone else is sleeping. They ambush their own excuses before those excuses can chain them down. You've let laziness trick you long enough. It's whispered into your ear that you're tired, when really you're just untrained. It's told you to rest, when you haven't even earned exhaustion. It's convinced you that improvement is too complicated, when in reality, the first step is always simple. Do something. Anything. Motion destroys rot. Action destroys fear. Discipline destroys laziness. Your goals are not slipping away from you. You are slipping away from them. And every day you don't attack, laziness takes ground. It digs deeper. It grows stronger. It becomes smarter, more subtle, more persuasive. It tells you, one day, tomorrow, after the weekend. But you know better. Tomorrow is just a hiding place for people afraid to start. Look at your life right now. Be brutally honest. Where are you letting laziness win? Where are you pretending to be powerless? Where are you waiting for the perfect conditions, the perfect energy, the perfect mood? Conditions don't matter. Moods don't matter. Motivation doesn't matter. Action matters. Consistency matters. Showing up when you don't feel like it matters. Every time you act despite resistance, you weaken laziness. Every time you let resistance win, laziness grows fangs. Laziness is not a feeling. It's a decision, and decisions can be broken. So today, you deploy an ambush. Not tomorrow, not tonight, now. You take the part of you that wants to rest, wants to delay, wants to coast, and you hit it with a plan so sharp it cuts through all your excuses. Start with one thing, one task, one mission. Pick the one laziness has been circling like a vulture, the one you avoid, the one you promise yourself you'll handle later, that one. You attack it first. You go at it hard. You refuse to give laziness even a second to think. That first blow is the entire difference between momentum and collapse. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Yes, you will want to stop. Yes, your brain will invent reasons to pull back. That's normal. But understand this, you are not fighting a feeling. You're fighting a lifetime of habits. Every moment you push, you're rewriting identity. You're setting fire to your weaker self. You're building someone ruthless about progress and allergic to excuses. Someone dangerous to mediocrity. Laziness survives because you let it sit in your mind unchallenged. You treat it as part of your personality instead of an intruder. But today, you flip the script. You become the hunter. You track laziness down whenever it appears, and you cut off its hiding places. You don't say, I can't. You say, I will. You don't say, I'm tired. You say, I'm capable. You don't say, I'll try. You say, I'll finish. And understand this clearly. You do not need motivation to act. You do not need inspiration to start. You need to commit. Commitment is the blade. Action is the swing. Discipline is the kill. Once you decide to ambush laziness, the rest becomes execution. Now listen carefully. Here is your moment of truth. Here is the decision point that divides every version of your future. Here is where most people fall back and where you push forward. If you don't act right after this, nothing in your life will change. This is the line in the sand. If you cross it, you grow. If you stay where you are, you decay. Laziness doesn't disappear on its own. It must be hunted. It must be cornered. It must be overpowered by your willingness to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. That's the trait that builds champions. That's the trait that scares the world. That's the trait that rewrites your destiny. Take a hard look at yourself. You've wasted enough time, enough opportunities, enough days where you said you'd start and didn't. Laziness stole from you. It stole progress. It stole confidence. It stole momentum. And if you don't ambush it now, it will keep stealing. It will keep winning. It will keep shaping you into someone smaller than your potential. So you attack. You get up. You move. You begin. You make today the day laziness finally meets resistance. You make today the day you swing back. You make today the day you pull yourself out of the fog and into the fire. Every action you take from this moment forward is a declaration. I refuse to be controlled by weakness. And you don't need to be perfect. You need to be relentless. You need to be unforgiving with your excuses. You need to be loyal to your goals, not your comfort. You need to push through the messy days, the slow days, the tired days. Progress isn't clean. It's not pretty. It's not cinematic. It's dirty, grinding work. Laziness hates that. That's why it loses when you show up. The strongest version of you is waiting. Not someday. Not when life is easier. Not when you feel ready. Now. You earn that version of yourself through sweat, through commitment, through doing the things you don't want to do when you least feel like doing them. So here it is. The moment you stand up, the moment you move, the moment you attack your own weakness with full force. Kill laziness by doing exactly what it hopes you'll avoid. Ambush it by acting before you can doubt yourself. Destroy it by being the kind of person who doesn't need to be told twice. You already know what you need to do today. Now go do it. Decisive closing CTA. Start the task you've been avoiding. Right now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Crush it before laziness even knows what happened.